Tony Nguyen has been described by his teachers as an incredibly rare, well-rounded, intelligent young man whose curiosity extends beyond the academic. He cares for his community and dedicates himself to continued growth. He enjoys crafting stuff, doing Arduinos, listening to music, learning physics, and being a Vietnam Scout. It is these reasons that led him to choose electrical engineering as his major at Purdue University. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2020 valedictorian, Tony Nguyen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tony Nguyen, as you all know. First, I want to start by saying thank you to all the teachers that have played a huge role in my high school years. Mr. Scott, thank you for having motivated me to stand up during my toughest year of high school and being what I am today, a future Boilermaker. Mr. Thomas Lipton, I know that my thank you will not ever fulfill the amount of effort you have put in those 80 minutes of breathtaking AP Physics 1 class. Nonetheless, I thank you. Mr. Nick and Ms. Sir, thank you for always reminding me that I'm more than my expectations. Thor, thank you for being the greatest supporter in class that inspired me to push myself even further on a daily basis. I want to say thank you to my parents. Without them, I wouldn't have this day, standing here as a valedictorian. As I saved the best for last, my dear sister, you are and will always be the most powerful and supportive woman that I've ever known. Because of that, I thank you. Now, fellow grads, standing here under these cross sections of life-making decisions makes me realize how far we have come and makes me truly scared and trembled upon this question, what's next? Now, just yesterday, we, the middle schoolers, tried to counter it, but only managed to come up with this unfinished answer. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get back to this question later. Maybe a couple of years or never. But now, as it is time, our answer is simplified from roughly 20 words to only 2 words. Oh no. Now, you must be worrying that I, as a rhetorian, must have figured it out in my life about where I should be going and doing. However, you are half wrong and half correct. Now, before we get into how I can roughly answer these questions, let me tell you a little funny story. So, one day, my mom and my sister hit me up with this question. Hey, what's up? Do you want to go to a summer program in the US? And with all the pride I got from my high grades, I answered, yeah, like what else can scare me now? It's not easy, my mom stressed. It's a program designed by Yale University. You have to apply it like applying to colleges. Unfortunately, my mom was right, and I misjudged everything. Applying to that program was never easy in the first place. But surprisingly, when I received the decision, I was admitted. At first, I laughed excessively, like, oh, I knew that I would get accepted, to a moment of complete shock. Like, oh no, what am I going to do? Is this for real? I was terrified that if I accept this, I would be going to a place halfway around the globe by myself and for the first time. My mind kept constantly asking me variations of the question, what do I want to do next? I was terrified of making these decisions, either accepting this opportunity and taking massive risk, or turning it down and be a quitter for the rest of my high school years. And then, the situation got worse. My imagination kicked in alongside with silence as I started questioning myself, doubting my capability, like, hold up, I'm the one who got accepted? Me? This nerd who had low IQ, no talent, who has been preparing for the SAT for 3 years and couldn't reach the 1400 benchmark. This kid who always tried to work hard in the library to forget that no one befriends him. The guy who is a grade addict. Me? Out of all the smart kids, I am chosen. Yale, please answer me. How in the world am I the chosen one? Rather than being proud, I was stressed. I was stressing out so much that I had stomach disorder and sleep deprivation. But then as soon as I stood at the boarding gate, I thought to myself, well now it's too late for me to turn back. Just like that, I jumped and off I went to the US alone. Do you know what happened next? The best 2 weeks of my life. I experienced so many firsts, like getting lost in the airport or taking an Uber alone. I experienced a lot about college life, and I was surprised for the fact that I became a whole different person that I wouldn't know I had the power to. I was independent and responsible for my actions and my well-being. I could easily approach people and make friends. Not just that, I was meeting people from all around the world in discussions and projects. So how can we answer the what's next questions? One word. Jump. Just jump. Don't just stand there and doubt yourself, because as soon as you jump, you got to always have the power to stay on top, to be a complete phenomenon, to be the impossible. Even though you don't realize it, as soon as you jump, you find your true power and your true passions. If you have a goal and a passion to pursue already, then great. Just jump and reach that dream. Remember that not any goal is too small. Like how my goal of making rubber band guns would eventually become my decisions of choosing engineering as a major. However, even if you don't have a goal, just jump. Because you have so many things to experience in life. You guys are young and strong. You guys graduate through the hardest challenges, such as Week Without Walls and the pandemic. So just jump. I think that high school is not just about how you learn academically, but also how you discover about yourself and how you learn to love yourself. No matter what you did in high school, I think most of us were faced with this what's next questions. Most of you seniors, including myself, were trying to chase some kind of meaning in order to represent you, like chasing grades, satisfying your parents, or competing with your peers. But at the end, it's only you that graduate, only you that matter, and only you to learn to change. That's high school. Now it's time to move on. It's time for us to decide which path we should embark on. Now it's time to jump. Thank you for listening.
I present to you the TAS valedictorian.